So this Dallas Cowboys player has gone from instant fan favorite to bench player to inevitable roster cut. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Mauricio Rodriguez here at A to Z Sports Dallas. Training camp is right in the horizon, and I'm ready to talk about some of the players that I want to follow very closely. And one of them is at a position that is absolutely going to be filled with training camp battles. You know it, I know it. Running back is going to be a show. You're going to have players fighting for the starting spot. You're going to have players fighting for backup roles and for the last roster spot on the team. And since we've talked plenty about the new faces like Miles Sanders, Javonte Williams, and fifth-round rookie Jaden Blue, now I want to talk about someone who was already on the team and that might be getting the short end of the stick very soon, and that is Deuce Vaughn. That's right, I'm talking about Deuce Vaughn. He obviously had an amazing draft story that put him in everyone's radars just because the Cowboys scout Chris Vaughn is his father, but he parlayed that with an amazing rookie preseason, and our expectations were high. We thought Deuce Vaughn was going to carve out a role with the Cowboys. And now I'm asking myself, is there any way that Deuce Vaughn saves his job in 2025? And this is what I mean. Obviously, you've got your running back room that is going to be made up of, I would guess, 4 players when the season starts. Now, that includes a fullback. So I would say Hunter Lipke is in at fullback. I would assume Javonte Williams is not only going to get a roster spot, but he's going to start for the Cowboys. Then I would say Jaden Blue is the other roster lock because of the upside that he brings to the table as a rookie. And then there's that third running back spot that I would assume is going to go to either Miles Sanders, the veteran free agent the Cowboys signed, or Phil Maffa, the 7th-round rookie out of Clemson. That's the one spot that I would assume Deuce Vaughn has a shot in stealing away with a very strong training camp. The question is if he will get it at all. Deuce Vaughn's numbers so far, not very impressive. He had 17 rushing attempts last year, averaging 4.1 yards per carry. He had 23 attempts as a rookie, and he averaged 1.7 yards per attempt. Not even in special teams was he a factor. In the 7 games that he played for the Cowboys in 2024, he really only crossed the 20% snap count mark in one of those 7 games. But there are 2 ways that I could see him potentially earning a roster spot. I don't think it's going to happen on the offensive side of things. It might, you never know, but I do think several players on that room have the advantage over him. Williams and Sanders, they have the experience. Jaden Blue has the upside and a cheaper deal as well. And then Phil Maffa has something the other backs don't have, which is this power back profile. I don't know if he'll be on the roster, but that's something that Deuce Vaughn really doesn't have. However, on special teams, he could emerge as a potential returner, I guess, alongside Kevontae Turpin with the revamped kickoff. You want 2 players feeling that football all the time. It might be Deuce's best shot. And number 2 is he does know very well the new offensive line coach, and that is Connor Riley, who is coming in from Kansas State, and he was the offensive coordinator as well over with the Wildcats. I would assume that's not enough to move the needle for Deuce Vaughn, but maybe if they want to do and install a package where Connor Riley is like, Deuce Vaughn is the guy for this, and he fights for him in the meeting rooms, perhaps it could happen. Again, I am not betting on it. I think Deuce Vaughn, he might have played his last down as a Dallas Cowboy, and I really wanted him to succeed, but just looking at this objectively, I don't know that he's on the 53-man roster when it's all said and done.